What is going on, everybody? I hope you're doing well. And there we go. We just had to sit up and leaning back too far. Oh, doing pretty good. We got, I don't know if you can see this, bright, shiny, sunny day. So hopefully that means we can avoid power problems and issues. Fingers crossed. I know. Got my co-pilot down here. He got a bit of a limp, hurt his little paw, so he does that because he's old. But hey, buddy. Hey. We are home alone. Mrs. Rabbit and my son, they are out adventuring. So we're going to adventure here. Before we get too far into the goal of tonight, which is going to be sietch hopping and looking for some schematics, I do want to... Well, I don't like it when he looks dead at me. That's kind of creepy. Yeah. We're going to go over how we did Deep Desert. I finally did get all that stuff. What's up, G? Hey, John. Take a drink every time you get muted tonight. Oh, don't do that, dude. Be on the floor. But we're going to take a look at where we are after a week out in the deep desert. It wasn't the best, but it was still pretty darn good. So let's take a look here first. Melange. We almost hit red. That's still quite a bit, especially for just a little guy like me. Would have liked more, but this is good. We can get more if we need it, but this will hold us off for quite a long time. So, thumbs up on that. Next up, yikes. We're going to spin around a whole bunch. Our plastanium is doing absolutely great. So, get a little closer. Come on, there we go. Storage box 1, completely full. Awesome. Storage box 2, also completely full. 3. You're seeing a pattern. Unfortunately, 4 did not get all the way through, but it is at least halfway. So we have plastanium for days. What this means, this is the main thing that we go out in the deep desert for, is plastanium and for spice. It means that if we decide to go back out, we could focus pretty much just strictly on spice. It kind of alleviates the pressure. We don't have to... Oh, you wanted to learn how to sietch hop? We'll get there. But allows me to focus specifically on one thing. If you watch my content often, you'll know I probably won't be able to do that, but I'm going to try. But that gives us the option. Here, remember we made some silicone? That'll hold out for a long time. And look, all that we made barely put a scratch on it. I thought about filling this box up. That'd be a lot of nonsense, but I thought about doing it. Don't know. Last thing that I want to talk about, and this was kind of a surprise. I remember the morgue over here. It's where I keep all the dead bodies and stuff. Since I unlocked this here at level 58, and this is under the gathering skill tree, it's corpse compression, which means when I go out and I kill somebody, they're not going to be 75 anymore. It should be like 30 something, which means I could fit way more in. In the medium boxes that I use in here, I'd still have a whole bunch of slots before, I couldn't put any more in because the volume had been reached. So that's going to solve this problem. But both of these boxes were, for the most part, full. So I had to wait, and I thought about draining them, just turning the wind traps off and making a bunch of stuff, which I could do if I wanted. But it turns out that going out in the deep desert like I did, we used a whole bunch of bodies. Like, holy cow, man. We, both these boxes were full. Now we've got 4 dudes left. 4 Masquerade, of course, they always are. So I want to show you something, and the reason why I've got all of these filter things here and what we've got. Now, this is another safe shelf. If you're familiar with upstairs, before I ever go near my recycler, I have this box, which I call the safe shelf. It's where I put all the stuff I'm carrying so that I don't accidentally destroy something that's important. I have a safe shelf down here because we do the same thing when we go out and collect peoples for the cause. Because this way I've got 39. Now that 39 is actually taken up by this gear right here. All of this stuff. It does have weight, so yeah. And what we do then, and we're just going to do this real quick, but I then fill up my inventory here with these guys. These are Baron blood bags. You can get them from the deep desert, or you can get them from the market, depending. You can make the medium blood sacks, and you can also make the massive ones. The thing about the Baron ones is you see the medium. I don't think I have any of the smaller ones. Yeah, the mediums, they weigh 8 volume, or take up 8 volume, but they can hold 9,000 in blood. The massive ones are twice that, twice the 8, so 16, but they can hold 24,000. The Baron versions are still 16, but they can hold 30,000. Now you might be thinking, dude, why are you caring about blood? And I will show you real quick what we're going to do here. So I'm going to come in here and we will switch off to that. And we'll go with air power just because it's a little more sensible. Because we need store. Oh, I know, buddy. Because we need storage capacity, we're going to go with the old draft horse here. And we're going to go out real quick like a bunny. Ha! Rabbit. Come on. You can do it. There you go. And we're going to visit one of the spots I go. Now, whenever I go for body replacement, I usually run, I did a video on it, the same place I go for carbide scraps. What's up, Batman? How are you? And the diamondite dust. Tier 6 materials. So we're going to come over here. And just real quick. That person's mad, but they can't hit me. Alright, so we're going to pull this gun out, and we're going to shoot this person. Goodbye. And I don't... Oh. Yeah. I don't think I can hit this guy. Yeah, we're going to shoot each other. It's okay. Now, I can walk up here and just hit F, and it will pick up the body. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to pull out the old Mark 6 blood extractor. This is something I found. I didn't make this. I just found it in one of the loot boxes. So I was like, hooray. And we're going to come up here and we're going to hit. Gross. And we just pulled 12,000 blood out of that person. And got you as well. Now we will pick up the body. I don't need the stuffs. I should probably take it, but we're not going to. And let's get somewhere where we're not going to die of heat stroke. And we'll look at our inventory. So here we have really filled up this bag. I mean, this is that's 24,000 blood going in. And now these bodies are only 38. Yeah, it was going to be half of 75, so it was 37.5, but whatever. So here we have these bodies, which are now much smaller, but they're going to still yield the same amount of water when you stick them in a death still. That 15 minutes for 40,000, I believe it is. Am I saying that right? We'll just take it off. But I can also drop the blood in those purifiers, and it's going to turn that into additional water. If you're ever like me, I've got a pretty good setup. I got tons of storage. I've got the units on the roof. I've got multiple ways. You want to go out there? There's nobody out there. Everyone's gone, buddy. But if I ever get into a bind where, let's say, I decide to turn a bunch of turn a bunch of titanium into stravidium and titanium into plastanium, that draws heavily on your water. And if the death stills are running, I can also get a little bit extra out of that. Well, that's not the mark. I know. You just have to wait. Why do you do this? You see me flying, you know. So I'll come in here. As you can see, all of those things were empty. I will fill these up. Oh my goodness. I gotta let him out of this room real soon. And then I'll put the bodies in here. When I do this, I'll do a full run until that thopter is completely full and get as much blood as I can. That way it sits in those bags. For some reason, stuff doesn't go bad. And if I'm in desperate need of water, whether it's here or like in the deep desert where I need to use it a lot, I can process a ton. I'll take some liter johns, fill them up, fly them out to the deep desert, throw some of those blood bags into the machines, throw some bodies in here as well, and I'm producing on both sites. So just wanted to cover that real quick while we're talking here. What I'm going to do though is, ooh, it's very slow. Now we're going to come back to the safety shelf now that we've unloaded everything, and we'll just pick all this stuff back up. But that is what the morgue is set up to do and why it looks the way it does. Now we're ready to roll again. That's not really one of the most exciting things in the world. Let me let him out of this room. Or you want to go out of the room? Hold on a second, everybody. Oh, go. Yeah, and you too. Okay. Don't scratch at this door. Hit you. Oh. They know I'm not gonna hit them. They know I'm a softie. Hey, Shy, how are you? Okay, where were we? So, but yeah, I was really surprised at how much water I used. That everything's empty down there. And if you're like me, and I know I am, whenever I see a box that's supposed to have stuff in it, but it's empty, that makes me get kind of weird. So there you go. All right, on to tonight's super awesome, wicked cool adventures. We are going to be dealing with the old schematics. These are all the unique things that you can get from all the different places. Loot chests and etc. Sometimes you can buy them from the market. Sometimes you find them in crash ships. Good thing. We all know what these are. And at one point when I was kind of looking for stuff to do, I was like, oh, I'm going to get every single one of these because I'm cool. I didn't realize how hard some of them are. Some of them take some work. We're in it now, though. So, yay. But here in Copper, we got 17 out of 17. There were a couple gaps. The Aaron's suit I was missing a few of in the early days just because they all come from the same chest. Sometimes that's horrible, which is Spanish for effed up. Because, you know, all of these pieces come from the same chest. So I went there, and you'll notice I got 2 of these and 2 of those and 1. It's like, guys, come on, man. But I digress. But there aren't many items, and there's not a whole lot to do in Haggis South, which is where the copper area is. So knock that out. 17 out of 17. Hooray. Then we did the same thing with the iron. 31 out of 31. This was a little harder because there's a couple more things, but we did play quite a bit in the iron section. So it was not as many items as I thought, and they were pretty easy to get. Then we start getting into steel. I'm at 44 out of 46. I'm missing a what is that? Oh, it's a Knight Rider booster, Mark III, and I'm missing the Sprinter still suit from these. Just those 2 left to get, which is cool. And then 56 out of 64 as far as aluminum. When you get down here to the bottom, plastanium, I have done the most of. 115 out of 118. And what I noticed was a lot of the things that I was missing is 2 lots of water from 1 body. Every day's a learning day. There you go, bud. I did a lot of playtime here, going out into the deep desert, doing plastanium type stuff and things like that. Overland stations, new content, drops in under Plastanium. So I spent most of my time here, and I realized that the reason I was missing, and I was missing a bunch out of all of these, I've been working for like a month or two on this, was because right about in the steel section, I don't want to do that stuff anymore. I wanted to advance. I wanted to get an ornithopter. I wanted to go to the deep desert. I wanted to start doing spice crawlers, bigger, everything's great. So I just burned through the aluminum and the duraluminum phases. It was literally just, what's my next mission? What's my next mission? What's my next mission? To get through it. And I left a lot of things behind. I'm not saying that was a bad thing. It is worth it to stop and smell the roses, as they say, and enjoy the ride, not just the destination. But a lot of these things are coming from two places. One is crash ships, because I didn't like doing them. They were dangerous and they were scary. I could have died, and half the time you don't get good stuff. So I didn't do them. And the other part is coming out of testing stations, because I loved nothing more than doing a testing station once and never having to go back to that thing. Because I was trying to burn through the content so quickly and advance, I was pretty much doing everything on an equal level. So the bad guys were as tough as I was. And I have died in testing stations. They put me down a couple times. And some of them were quite the chore. It's not so much now. Now we have a little bit of fun. We go back through there and it's like, yeah. It's like a little picture with the little guy hiding behind a table and this giant armored knight guy. And it says, when you go back to do your early side quests after you beat the game, that's where we're at now. And that is what I would suggest to you. Don't run testing stations and things like that. If difficult content, wait till you're a little stronger. Makes it a whole lot easier. And also, this isn't a dig at Dune Awakening or Funcom, but man, it's so discouraging to need something, go do a testing station and get the same thing you've gotten the last 2 times or like that. And especially when you get down to just a few items that you need. But I digress. So this is what we're doing tonight. And needing to go to so many testing stations or waiting for ships to crash causes a problem. And that problem is I am at the mercy of the server. Sorry, that sounds horrible, I know. I gotta wait for crash ships to land, like sit there and they come down out of the sky. And I'll go out and I'll fly around and there's none. So what do you do? And the testing stations, when you go through them, now this game works on a timer. Don't quote me on this, but I know the deep desert stuff is set on a 45-minute timer. That is not a U timer. Like, you go and do something, you open a chest, and now 45 minutes later, you can open that chest again. It is a server-side reset. So every 45 minutes, the server says, new stuff, new stuff. Now, if you go through and it's only 5 minutes into that count, you got to wait 40 minutes for it to reset. But if you go through and it's only 10 minutes left on that timer, it's already at 35 or 40, you only got 5 or 10 minutes to wait before it resets. I've actually did a testing station once, opened up the constellation chest, that's the one with all the stars on it, and I was looking at what I'd gotten and dumping some of the stuff I didn't want, and I thought maybe I should take a couple other things since I've created space, and I ran over and it had completely reset because I'd finished that mission and opened the chest minutes before the reset. So that was really cool. But again, you do something and then you're going to, even if you get the timer down, you'd be like, all right, let me turn the game off. And 45 minutes later, I can go do the same thing again. Logging out next to the chest and logging in every 45 minutes. Yeah, that's, you can do it. And in the deep desert, that's your only option because sietch hopping, as we're talking about tonight, isn't going to help you with the deep desert since it's this, the world server only really has one. But anything in Haga Basin has multiple copies of itself. So we're going to make use of that. Tonight we are going after, you know what, that was the menu I needed to be in. Tonight we're going to be looking for several different things. This is in Testing Station 10. I hate Testing Station 10. I'm not going to do it. This is a still suit that comes out of crash ships that are in the quicksand. So we are going to be on the lookout for any crash ships that are in this area. I gotta be honest, most of the crash ships I've found are in this area. Doesn't seem like a lot land in here. Sometimes they'll be in this spot, but for the most part, it's right in here. So we're going to be looking for those, but we do fly the entire thing just in case. So that is item number 1. So we're going to fly through and take a look at those. Let's see, I made a sheet. I printed it out. Let me see. What's the other thing I want to go for? Oh, I need, right here, Kurth's little outfit. For some reason, I'm just not allowed to get this helmet. Awesome. I just can't get it. I know it says, 2211, like, oh, you just started. No, dude, I leave them. I stopped picking these things up. I tried to sell them on the open market. Nobody wanted to buy them. Whatever. And in my own market, I have found tons of all of these, but never bought one of these. There's never been one of these for sale. So I'm thinking it's got probably a very low drop rate, which is why. This is located in Sentinel City. This will be on a reset timer, so once we open it, we got to wait for it to recycle. If we just stayed on our own siege. But if we open it here and then go to another siege, it'll be ready to open again. And we just bang that sucker out. So we're going to be going after that. We've got a couple other things. Let's see. A bite back blade. That's just... Why would they do that? A bite back blade, as well as a Dune Dancer still suit. Both of those come from shipwrecks in here. In the actual shoal in the radiation zone. So we're going to be looking for those, as well as what's called a shadow hood, which is also from a crashed ship in this area. I was doing this yesterday, and there was something, I don't remember what it was, that I needed from here, and I got it, so I was just super excited. I was like, yay, I don't have to go do that anymore. And right here, oh, no, right here, testing station 163. I needed the Marrakeb boots, ran it once just to get familiar with it, got them. It's like, sweet. Unfortunately, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things that could be coming out of testing station 163. So we can run over here, check this out, run over here, check that out, and then we've got to wait 40 to 45 minutes. Neither one of these two tasks at my level with my equipment and gear is all that much of a challenge anymore, so I can burn through them pretty quickly, which means it's going to take time. Perfect candidate for sietch hopping. So the first thing we got to do is we have to check out good old Sietch beer here. Before we do that, we want to make sure that we've got some healing. That cat wants to come back in after I just let him out. No, you don't. No, you live out there now forever. We want to make sure we got some healing stuff. Make sure we got some welding wire. Always make sure you got fuel. And we want to make sure we got water. It's like going on a camping trip. Make sure that you brought everything. Thopter's in great shape, so we're ready to go. As soon as we hit the button. So now we're going to check our home territory. And we're going to start by checking the sands out here, and then we're going to go to Sentinel City. It would be horrible if I got everything I needed all in one run. I mean, it would be great, but it would also be horrible. So like I said, right in here, this is a good area. Worm, big ship. Boy, it's a little choppy. Over here, there'll be a ship occasionally. Never really see them on that side. So I'm content to abandon this search, and we'll say, nope, not today. So, one down. Now we're going to head into Sentinel City. But first, we're going to put some gas in the old Thopter. Go into vulture mode so we can get some speed. So right down here is one of the entrances to Sentinel City. That's another one, and I normally go into there. We're going to come in here, and we're going to run in, and then we turn to the right. And I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's in the constellation chest, which is in the top of the one building. You'll see it when I go in there. When I do this, I normally don't stop for materials. I'll just run through because, you know, eyes on the prize. But Sentinel City is great for one reason alone. Industrial pumps. Do I need them? No. Can I sell them? Yes. Could I give them to people? Sure can. They're a commodity. So we're actually going to do a little bit of looting, but not much. So we're going to land here. We're going to jump out. We're going to do this. Great. Why are there so many people here? Holy cow. Come on. Is there another flamethrower guy? There is. Shoot me. Thank you. Oh, I did get them both. I didn't think I was going to do it. Alright. Divide and conquer. Usually there's only like 3 people, and it's not that kind of setup, but whatever. So we come in here, and I'm just going to grab money, and I'm going to grab pumps. I don't need this stuff. I got tons of those. I don't even know what they're for. There's a box there, and there's one here. We're just going to grab the money. Yeah. Alright, so now we pull out a nice little sniper rifle. Always kill the people that could potentially have shields first. Perfect. Let's go ahead and reload while we're doing this. Another box right here in front of us. 2 more industrial pumps and a little bit of money. I'll take it. There should be 2 of them. So one of them's hiding somewhere. I don't know where his friend is. Oh, you sneaky little monkey. Okay. Alright, so now we have to get into the room that has the constellation chest. When I camp, I bring too much. Yeah. You can run all the way. Yes, you can, Shy. You can run. We're going to do that right now. So the building that we need to go into is up there. And from where I'm standing, on the other side of this building is a platform. It's got a flamethrower guy and another dude with a gun. Sometimes it's a drill shot. Sometimes it's regular shooty guy. We have to kill both of them. And then we can pick up a purple band, turn around, and that's going to let us... That's going to let us get into the building where we go for the constellation chest. So we're going to try to do this as quickly as possible. And to do that, we are going to fly and ricochet. Come on, get over here. Oh, man. Love Sentinel City. There we go. For a while, this was fixed for me, and it just came back. Oh, hi! Where did you come from? Oh. So that person back there, because I dodged them, I got them in a defensive stance. Now we're just double stab and they're gone. I don't even know where they came from. Normally they don't. But inside of this room right here is the constellation chest.
Sector weather alert. A large
Quartz
sandstorm is
hood.
approaching.
Not today, it says. So we got a house burst drill shot. I'm going to leave it. We'll take the money. We'll take that too. So boo. But luckily, because of this game and the way things work, we're used to a failure there. And we're just going to go super fast and fly out of here. Get away from the lagginess. Now, normally, what I would have to do is I would have to go and do a whole bunch of other stuff and wait for that chest to respawn. which wasn't so bad. I mean, you know, we always seem to have things we want to do.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Do we risk it? Where's that storm coming from? It's over there. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to the big map, see if we can outrun this storm, and we are headed to, boop, right there. I think we'll be okay. I got those bonuses for, like, taking less storm damage. But the storm coming in is going to make messes of things. Alright, so this is testing station 163. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to switch out that blood extractor because we don't need it here. And we're going to scan our Thopter just because I don't want the storm to destroy it. I'm also getting super cocky because I've gone through this enough to where I'm ready to fight. I wear scout armor. I always wear the light stuff so I could dodge faster. I use that maneuverability and positioning more than I use tanking. So everything is actually a forge set. It is graded and I've got a few augments but not too many. And it's level 4 for everyday fun. So nothing too fancy. But you would want to leave your Thopter out there if you need a respawn point if you're still having some difficulty in this area. I'm not, so I don't need to, so I'm not gonna. And we're gonna run through here. Now, just like Shy said, some of these, hey, somebody's got a respawn beacon. That's another thing. If you make a respawn beacon, go ahead. It gives you a spawn point. That way you can store your Thopter and it won't potentially take damage. But like Shy had said, that some of these you could just run through, and we're going to try to do as another beacon. Look at that. We're going to try to do that as much as we can.
You've entered Desert Botanical
It's actually really hard for me to just run through this one because it is a masquerade place, and oh, we like to hurt them. Oh, all right, nice block, lady. Holy cow! All right, now you're gonna die. We can get involved in. Oh, now I'm out of stamina, so go ahead and stab me. And now I'm back. Okay, thanks. How many times you gonna do that? Okay, so, in this testing station, I came over here just to get that armband. This door right here, if you walk up to it, this was actually something they added in later. It's, yeah, I know I'm poisoned. I don't care. But this was added in later, so this goes to, like, the thinking... Oh, I don't want to say stuff. It goes to content from another chapter. We don't want to do that. We just came in here to get this. That lets us go through this door right here. Otherwise, it would have a little triangle on it and would say no. And then we run up the stairs. We go up the stairs even further.
Blasphemer!
Eyes on enemy!
Anytime you see one of these things, like a circular stair that you go down, look for the door across from it. Because there's going to be something in here that you need in order to open up a door or be able to access it. These guys we have to kill because that door is red until they're gone. Oh, you tried.
Found them.
Just get them into defensive mode and easy peasy. Great content, Jack. You can just do nothing but that. Oh, look at you. Come on. Too soon. Bye. She wasn't supposed to be in here. She's supposed to be on the other side, but she kind of followed us through. Da-da-da. All right. So we come into this room, and oh, look at that. There's an armband. They always do that. These chests have some money in it. These things are nice if you don't have a bunch. I do, so I don't pick them up. That's why we're just running through here. But each one of these chests is going to have at least money in these things. So now, we come through here. Sorry about what happened to you, bud. Oop. Alright, now we run through here and through this door, and there's the constellation chest. I think there's people in here. Yeah, there is. You're dead, and you get that. Alright, like I said, there's a bunch of stuff in here that we might need, so fingers crossed. Rattler Boost Module, Mark IV. I think we need that. Let's check. I know we need a Rattler. You can look at something here. See here, it's Mark IV. Look at that. Boom. Right there. So, we got something. Awesome. One down. We'll take the rest of that stuff. And so, under normal circumstances now, we would be like, hey, look what we did. So cool. I'm going to climb a plant for some reason. And then we just got to go do other stuff and wait. Which sucks.
You've entered Desert Botanical.
Nope, I'm leaving Desert Botanical Testing Station. When I first did this testing station, it took like a half hour, 45 minutes. It was not easy, and it was painful, and they kept killing me. The Mosquerite are no joke. So I'm really glad that, you know, I could come back to this with awesome gear, awesome weapons, and just stick it to them so that, you know, it doesn't make the pain go away, but it is sweet. Okay, so not possible to place the vehicle, huh? This is where I picked it up from. Today. There we go. So we hit the 2 spots that I said we were going to, and we checked for some crash ships. So we're going to make a run through our last little section. And we're going to hit this jet, and then I'm going to throw my radiation suit on while I'm in the cockpit. Because we might be going into the radiation zone. I don't know if we are, but we might. So this way we're prepared. This is the area that I'm going to look for. Doesn't look like there's any crash ships anywhere around. Boo. Oh, hello, sneaky little bugger. I'm very nonchalant about this, like, haha, let me go check this out. Look what I found. Be careful, because you don't know how long this thing's been laying down here. The worm could be on the way, so be very careful. What I like to do is I like to just get over here, cut this hatch open, we'll run up, and we'll see. What do we got? Miner's Blessing. That we don't need. But you know what? I'll take some spice sand. We'll take some machines. Always use those. Don't need that. We'll leave the rest. Apparently there's a glitch that if you take everything from here, somebody else comes along It opens up this hatch. Well, it's already open, but they walk up to it, it'll be completely empty. If you leave stuff, then everybody gets to partake of it. So I try to leave stuff. So, unfortunately, we found a ship, but it was a no-go. So the last... Oh, I heard a worm. I thought maybe it's running out of time. Look! It's a friend! Hey, friend! Oh, he's got a carrier. Good luck, friend. Alright. So we're going to breeze through here. Historically speaking, anytime I was in this area, it was just like I wanted to get in and get out because radiation kills. So it's no surprise that a lot of those schematics that are in crash ships in this area, I don't have. But it looks like once again we are hosed. So I'm going to head west. Boom. What are we in? It's 42 minutes and we wasted a good amount of time. Ooh, look at you. So since we did the chest over in Sentinel City, it's probably been about 20 minutes. So we might be able to go back there and loot it again if the server timer's gone over, but we don't care. We're not going to do that. What we're going to do, finally, is Sietch Hop. So you want to come out to this menu like you're going to an overland station or the deep desert or Harco Village, or you're going to Arakeen, wherever. You get over here, you don't even have to move. I'm just going to hit the escape key and we're going to exit to main menu. Don't quit the game, just exit to main menu. And it's going to say, are you sure? And I'm like, heck yeah, I'm sure. And then you get this, and instead of continuing, which will put me back in a beer right where I was, we're going to hit the server button. And this is a list of all the servers in the game, at least for my region. You can change it to, you know, different types, etc. We just leave it as standard. And I'm going to click on Odin. So this symbol here means that you got a base there. And this symbol means that you've been there. And this symbol means that you are there. So as you can see, I've been to all of them, but I only have a home and I'm only in one spot. So we are going to go to Sietch Rafana. And you do that by clicking the Sietch and hitting join. And it's as simple as that. Each world server has all these different sietches. It's exactly the same, except the people who are on one sietch aren't on the other. So if I go to the spot where my base is, it's not going to be there. And I can't build anything here because this isn't my home. But I can go loot things. I can take stuff. I can mine things. And it's all open and free. So it brings me right back to the same spot I was in. We're going to click on this and we're going to hit confirm, and this is going to bring us at the same spot that we left at. And now I'm going to run that loop that I just did in reverse. So we're going to go to Shoal, check out the radiation area. We're going to check out the North Shoal part for looking for crash ships, and then we're going to head over to that testing station 163. Yeah, 163. Spice! Wow. Jingle, jingle. Easily amused. But yeah, we're just going to run the same thing we just did, but we're going to do it in reverse. So, I'm going to peek around. We're going to look for some crash ships. Fortunately, with a big spice bloom in the way, we can't see, but it doesn't look like there's any here. So, off we go. Still wearing the radiation suit, so we're still fine. That cat. Oh, that cat of mine. Let's see. Okay, so we're out of the radiation zone, and I don't see any ships laying out here in the sand. The one that we did loot was like right in this area, but it's apparently gone now. So you'll notice also my marker that I did for the testing station for 163 is gone. So let's go ahead and put that back. It's right here. Click. That was kind of scary. Look, my base is gone. That's a little unnerving. I'm not happy about that. I don't want to do that anymore. And also, in this route that I'm going, like going up here and getting this, because there's some carbide scraps or diamond dust in there, or the ones that are on the outside wall where you don't have to do too much fighting, those are viable. I could hit those on the way through. And once you go to another siege, they'll be redone. They'll be open again. Let's vulture. We'll get a little bit of speed here. Doo-doo-doo. Not that much speed, unfortunately. We're not in the right spot. What am I doing? Looks like my mark was a little bit off. Man, we're just upsetting the game totally. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the big boy pants back on. Push this, push that, and we're going to go through as quickly as we possibly can. A weird flash. In the interest of time, make use of our suspensor belt, even though we're facing the complete wrong way. Come on, man. Thank you. Okay. And here we go.
You've entered Desert Botanical
There's a respawn beacon right down there. And we're going to see if we can go a little bit faster. I kind of got distracted by trying to hurt people. Hey! Could shake a wire through here if I really wanted to, but... Ah! I don't know if you guys can hear that as well as I can. It makes sense for me to do it. These guys have to die. Oh, look at you following me all the way outside of your own territory. Keep coming if you want. Oh, come on. You'll notice that I'm poisoned. Normally I say I don't care, which I don't. But that's why I usually keep the toilet paper rolls on me. Oh. And we're here already. Now it's opened. Yes. Oh, bad guys. Ah. Okay, so the chest is opened. That was not by me. Somebody else came and did this. I guess some of those respawn beacons, but you'll notice. Reset. So even though it has not been the normal amount of time that we would need, by sietch hopping, we get access to stuff that we're not supposed to. This unfortunately is a spark sword, which I have. So we will take you, and that's about it. And we move on. Now it looks like I'm really cool and awesome, like, dude, you're so good. Look how quickly you got through this now. It's the art of repetition. I have done this a lot. Far more than I think I should have done to do this in order to get stupid schematics, but it is what it is. I can go into another testing station, not be quite as proficient. But again, like I said, once you get top geared or over geared, you can just run through these things. Okay, next stop is Sentinel City. And we're going to do the exact same thing that we did on the last time. Admire some people's architecture here, like, yeah, that's pretty nifty. Game is running terrible. What's up, Wired? How are you been, man? Schematics, the tribe. Townships and Hagar are the ones that are eluding me the most, dude. Tell me about it. I wasn't paying attention, but I don't care about overheating anymore. How are things over on Splinter, Wired? Oh, I just dimed you out, dude. I'm so sorry. And now we're stuck in my Thopter. I paid the price for my insolence. So if you get stuck in your Thopter, just keep pushing one direction. If it... Oh, there's a lot of guys here again. If it becomes too much of an issue, just jump back in and try it again. Oh, don't think about it now. Five pumps. I'll take that. And come over here. Another 2. That's awesome. I don't know where the second guy is, but I'm sure we'll find them shortly. No? Okay. Whatever. 5. Here they are. So at least we got one out of the way, right? Okay, you ran all the way up here just to get stabbed. Oh, nice throw. Alright. And now we're going to do the same thing we did the last time. We're just going to Superman through the air. Funcom, if you're watching, pick Sentinel City, please. Well, actually, I've got... Oh, hi. I got a bunch of pumps, so I don't really need them. So maybe I won't care once we get Quirth's helmet. Come on, baby. Cool. You could hit these other ones. Look, 15 pumps? Yikes. I hear somebody yelling, so... They tried, didn't they? These caverns, this takes some skill there. Some that I don't normally or don't completely possess. I turned the helmet off on my game. Like I'm still wearing a helmet, which is good because dude, my forehead would be completely split open as many times as I've done that. All right. Last thing we're going to do is we're going to head to basically where our base would be, which is right over this way. And we're going to scan this quicksand area for a crashed ship. My base would be more over that way, actually. But we'll take a look. You know, with this stuttering, I want nothing more than to do a crashed ship. So these are super fun because it's in the quicksand. Looks like this one... Whoa! I guess that's one way to do it. This one kind of crashed outside the quicksand, so we got lucky. Let's see. Ah, come on. Sometimes when you do this, it doesn't, like, bring up... Like, you can't get into it. So what you got to do is climb on it, and then just kind of move your look around. There's nothing in here. Yeah, we got some of this. I'll take that, and this, and that. We'll take those. Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll leave the rest in case somebody else wants to come along. You do actually have quite a bit of time for these crash ships. I was always kind of afraid of them. The only issue you have is not knowing how long it's been here. This is for Shy's benefit, so that she can see me hanging out in a quicksand ship, because I know she's already freaking out. But you don't know how long it's been there, and there might already be a worm coming to eat it. If that's the case, you're going to get the red worm sign as you're flying up to it. As long as you don't see that, do what you want, man. That, my friends, was a patrolling worm. He's letting me know that I should not say such cocky and arrogant things, because he will make me pay for that. Luckily, this one crashed outside of the quicksand. If you do have to deal with one that's in the quicksand, you can land on top of it to get it. What I prefer to do is land this way. So when you jump out, you're already near where you need to go. If you do the other one, you've got to maneuver around your thing. Oh, he's angry. But yeah, as long as that worm sign bar is not freaking out, you're fine. And you're too late, baby. We are up in the air already. I highly doubt that there'll be another one. Sometimes I've seen two ships. Not in this area, but I have seen two ships out in the open. Open sands. So we are not going to switch to our radiation suit because we don't need it. It's taking kind of a tail end. Huh. Somebody's getting spice. We only hit a few of them though. Oh, I hope they didn't die. Hey Chopper, it's been a while. How are you, man? Right, salvage next week. PvP might be exciting. I don't know. Our Landsrat is looking. Oh, yeah. Looks like they're gonna grab it. What did they get? Oh, they got the diagonal. More power to them. I'm hoping vehicle vendors next week. If that's the case, we're gonna kick that into high gear. But all I did was head east, I believe. Was the direction I was going? I think so. Yeah. To get off the map, and now we're gonna show up on the other side of Haga Basin. Yep, we're down here. And we're going to do the same thing. Escape. Exit the main menu. I sure do. We're going to go to servers. Back to where we are now. We just have to remember we've already done a beer. And we're currently on Rafana. This is where it gets a little crazy. Because as you keep going through these things, you're going to be like, shoot, where have I been? So, you know, do it however you want to. If you have to write it down. Or maybe you make a spreadsheet with a checklist or something like that. We're not going to be able to do too many tonight before. I mean, we're already an hour in, but we'll go to Tabir. And we'll join. And it loads in. And now we're just going to do the same thing we just did, except we're going to do it from this side over to Shoal. Unfortunately, any schematics you get, like for instance, I did get the Rattler thing, I can't use them, like learn them, because you got to be in the special areas in order to do that, and it's like your base or Arakeen or Harko village, and we're not there. Should check my inventory real quick. We get a lot of pumps. Not going to argue with that. We're about halfway. 40 pumps. Not bad. 15 of those. Got some extra stuff. We're doing fine. We're just a little bit hurt, so let's just address that right now. Oi. Okay. Neat idea. I like the little towers. It bothers me that this one's taller than the rest, though. I'm sorry. Nicely done on the tops, though. That's actually pretty cool. Might be stealing that. We came in a little north of where we dropped out. The reason excuse me, I got the hiccups now from that coffee. The reason I do that is because, like I said, I have never seen okay, you guys can't see it because I cover it in case they say naughty bad things. Somebody just asked if anybody has 30 EMF generators and 10 pumps. It's like, well, yes I do. It's on the house chat though, and I'm sietch hopping, so who knows where we're at. If they want me to be helpful, they need me to be helpful on non-streaming time. Look at this. It's an interesting little setup. I would think the power's gone on it, so it's been getting torn up. Let's land real quick. I don't even have that gun listed on me, but I do have it with me. We'll replace the welding tool with it. 7. Repair. Hadn't been down for long. These guys are going to break, though. Man, worms do not like me tonight. Look at that, halfway, but everything else is going to be destroyed before that goes. Looks like this was somebody's base that they don't want anymore. Hopefully they moved on, building something much larger and more accommodating. Hopefully it's not somebody who quit the game. If they did, that's fine. If you're not having fun, don't play this. That's with any game whatsoever. Like a no-go on crash ships here, but get some spice if we wanted it. Usually you can't see anything that's going to be landing over there. It's just not within the render space, so good to see Sentinel City area is laggy as everywhere. It might be me, hell. Well, that's quite a construction, isn't it? That's why it takes me a long time to do some stuff. I will get distracted. Ooh. Somebody's got the palatial setup over there. I got to. I'm sorry. Look at that, we got the double setup. That is nice. Oh my goodness. Too many pentashields and projections. I like this roof. Kind of nicely done, man. See, you didn't have to do this. You didn't need to build this stairway and all this stuff, but you did. You did it. That's what's cool about it. Oh, is this base breaking down? Oh, man. Yeah, because these would be pentashields. If this is your base, this is too nice to let die, dude. Your power's off. You gotta fix this thing, man. Oh, that's kind of cool. Like a little exterior adobe thing. Is there a way to get into that? Oh, yeah. Perfect. This guy's power's on. Ooh, I wonder what the plans are for this. Unless it's like a jumping ramp. If it is, how do you get back up? You don't. Okay, Sentinel City. And then he gets immediately distracted by... I use a lot of those gates. That's cool looking though. That's pretty nifty. Put some effort into that, dude. When we carry the biggest part of your left. Sad ever since. Oh man. Now, did they leave or did you chase them away? That's gonna be the question, though. Let's see. Ew. I'm sorry, I shouldn't do that. That's mean. But I mean, look at these, and then you just got this. Like you didn't know there were other options. You just kept. Sorry. You know what? It's unfair of me to say that. Be who you want to be. If you want to have a giant cube stuck on the side of a mountain, frickin' go for it, man. But you know, dude, that one's good too. Where are we at, Tabir? People on Tabir like to put in some of that effort.
Shields up. Who's that?
Who's that? It's me.
Come on.
Yep, I know. Just gonna take everything because I don't want to fight these people anymore. I'm getting tired of them. I'm tired of fighting them, but I'm not tired of taking stuff out of the loot boxes. Alright, we'll fight. That's fine. Ooh, hey, we got 3 of them now. This is going to be fun. So when that happens, you know what? Retreat a little bit, and we got to get somebody off this board because 3 is just too many. So let's come down here, and we're going to get stuck on the rocks. You know what? This one wants to die. Now the blowtorch guy's coming down. Got that one in defensive lock, so that's good. And now they're all dead. And you did not need to be involved in this, but you decided to come down here anyway, so now you fall down. Ghost Rider. I need to get rid of junk. I didn't want that, and I don't want those, and I don't want those. Since we're out running around and we aren't going back home all that much, I kind of be a little reserved with my inventory space, you know what I mean? What's funny though is like I'm doing, oh look at you, I'm doing all of this, had him in the leg, it was close to being very inappropriate. This whole thing I'm doing here in Sentinel City is just for one thing, just for that stupid Quirth's hood. At least with testing station 136, there's multiple things I still need to get out of there. I was kind of hoping he'd have shot me with the fire right there real quick, because then that would have dropped his shield, and we'd have been good. Where do you come from, dude? I don't even know where that guy comes from. I guess he comes up those stairs maybe when I run past him. Come on, baby. So now I've got the same thing 3 times. And that would lead you to believe that there's something nefarious going on, that the game is just constantly populating the same thing over and over again. That is not true. This is just unfortunate luck. And the fact that the house burst drill shot is the most common thing to get from this chest. So the method is still valid. It's just unlucky for us. 3 pumps and some cash. But in the same amount of time, let's say we didn't have all the other things that we were doing. If we just wanted to do Sentinel City, as you can see, this doesn't... Shut up. This doesn't take that long. We could be burning through these and all the other sietches very quickly. See, I can't do tunnels, man. So... I'm maybe pushing it a little too far. I don't think I am, because it's a nice little crescent moon of things that I need to do, so they're all kind of in the same area. But I could be going a whole lot faster if I just did Sentinel City. Because if I head straight north, we're not far from... that's a access point to go there. We could just boom, 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 real quick and real fast if we wanted to. Not good enough to just fly directly to it, so we'll have to put a marker down. Oh, I was flying directly to it. Never said for us to not win the fight. It was just 2 of us. 4 plus each of those. Fun. Nice. It's a tough world when you have to constantly exert your dominance. What's going on here? This has power. I'm a little confused. I'm a lot confused, actually, but oh my goodness. We'll go take a look. So, what you don't realize, well, maybe you do, I shouldn't be that way. This takes a lot of effort to do. This takes a lot of effort to make that. Because you can't just stand on the ground. You've got to stand on the ground and then make a platform, jump to the platform, keep going all the way up. It's a whole lot. You be you. That's all I'm going to say about that. If you like it, that's all that matters. But yeah, it's a lot of effort, and for that one too, to make those little pillar things. All right. Whoa. We're just gonna run through this one again. My family's home. They went to Burger King, I think. Do you think she brought me something? Let's do a quick timer. It's 1:15:45, so it's 1:16. Let's see how quick we can do this, he says as he starts tripping and stumbling over everything. Yeah, it's 1:16 because it's only like 10 seconds away. Just passing through, bro. Hi. They were like, I'm gonna stab him as soon as he comes out the door, and then they didn't realize I was running through the door. Oh man.
Reinforcements.
Dude, you need to calm yourself down. And you, I'd like to, oh, sorry. I'd like to thank you for staying in defensive posture this whole time. You guys just don't like falling down, do you? Thank you. Again, sorry about that, dude.
Identify yourself.
Guy with the shotgun. And a rapier. You dead? Yeah, you're dead. Alright, let's see what we got. Got a Maracab stillsuit garment, which we already have. I don't need, but I'm going to go ahead and grab that. That has a special place for me. I told the story before, but I was in the crossroads looking at the contract board. And some other dude... Oh, did I grab the... I didn't grab the band. Can't get out that way. Some guy came running through and... I guess I did grab the band. Some dude came running through and he went and picked up something, and then he stopped and he was kind of just standing there. And he dropped a satchel and took off running. And it was a Maracab stillsuit. And I was very early on in my Dune career at that point. So it that was a godsend for me. So I kind of liked them. And 119. So it took us 4 minutes. No, 3 minutes. Because it was 1:15:50. 3 minutes. We could really be rocking through these this testing station if we just kept doing it. Same thing I said with Sentinel City. So far, Siege to Beer has not been good to us. So we're going to leave some paint to mark our passing. Alright, so last thing we need to do, we need to check this area, and for that, I want to make sure we put this on just so I don't have to worry about it. And let's see what we can see. Sand. Crazy. Not today. Oh, that's fancy. Look at you. There's a whole lot of building. Kind of a douchebag move, though. The shoal area, unless you're brave enough to build in the radiation just for the quick runs, there's not a whole lot of space there. So taking up that much territory is kind of a dick move. You don't really want to do that. And there we have it. So we're going to do this once more. Yeah, we could definitely do it once more. And we'll see where we stand, hopefully. Get that albatross wings. I need those too, dude. Yeah, I need the albatross wings, the Mark IV. That's what? Yeah, testing station 60. All right. So we've been to Abir, which is our home. We've been to Rafana, and we just got off of Tabir. So we don't need to go there. So let's see what Macabre has to say. So far, we've only gotten one. It's kind of sad. Making me feel bad. Sadly, I have to duck out now. But as always, I learned a lot, so thank you for that. Yep. Hey, I will let you know what's going on Saturday. We'll see if we can get on earlier so that's not so late for you, bud. But I do appreciate you tuning in, man. That is awesome. Have a good one. Okay. We get in. Go up. I came in a little lower than I thought. I thought I was going to come in over there, but be all right. I used to get spice in here a lot. I would throw my radiation suit on. That was back in the early days when there was a lot of players running around, because most of them didn't want to risk the radiation to just to get a little bit of spice. I'm honestly surprised I don't have a tail from all that, but okay, so this ship right here is about to get eaten. Should we? Do we risk it? Feel like shy. I feel like that's not a real ship. Do you know what I mean? Like it's real, but feel like if I go down there, which would be a dumb thing to do, that it's not actually there, like for reals. Somebody took something from it, thought it was neat. That's spice. Okay. Ah! Hmm. That's very strange. I thought for sure it wouldn't be like real, you know, like it's visually there, but it's not really there. This place, cray. Glad we got to see that though. It's kind of neat. All right. Don't go to Sietch. Is that where we're at? No. Where are we at? Wherever we're at, don't go here. It is a silly place. Let's go to inventory, and we will once again put on the big boy clothes. Boop, boop, boop. Hopefully we're not flying into anything. Interesting. Not entirely sure what we're going for there, but might be a work in progress. Dude, put some handrails up, man. OSHA gonna come and you are done for. Why does it keep making me go there? That is not where I'm supposed to be going. Well, it's not making me go anywhere. It's... When you look at the map, because I set the marker, it's a little off-centered, so it's supposed to be there. But Jesus Christ. I'm looking right at it. Where am I supposed to go? Hi. What's that? You got me nuggies? I'm sorry if I yelled at you guys. I apologize.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
One good thing about the Odom area that we're in is it kind of shields you from bad storms like that. That Thopter might take a little bit of damage, but oh boy. A lot of people doing this one. Oh my gosh.
You've entered Desert Botanical Testing Station number 1.
So when you see these, this is somebody's respawn beacon. But one thing about it is sometimes they just leave them because you come in, you know, like you're leaving when you come out over there. They'll just leave them here. This will stay there until you plant another respawn beacon. Then this one goes away. So this is a whole lot of people who either aren't using respawn beacons anymore or are actively running this. I don't know. Personally, I think that would be great to come through here while somebody else is trying to do it.
Sector
Hi.
weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Stab me through the table, lady. That's not cool. Piss off. So this is like the 4th time we've run this. And, oh man, I'm just gonna bypass you. Hi, kitty. This is the 4th time we've run this, and if we stayed on our home siege, we probably might be able to run this by now. Like the timer may have gotten to the point where we could do it. Oh boy, there's so many people yelling at me right now. And I missed, and I stuck. Careful. Whoa, whoa. Man, you can cover some distance.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
That's what you get for not taking an active part. Ooh, somebody's mad. Alright. Are those your chicken nuggets, Pickle? Are they? Hey. Those are not yours. I get like 10 seconds taken off because I had to fight the cat off my food. Alright, something good. Come on. Pretty sure those are going to be Maracab boots.
Engaging enemy.
Okay. You get the skill kill, so, yeah. Pretty sure these are
Sector
Maracab
weather alert.
boots.
A large sandstorm is approaching.
Yep, Maracab boots. Which is funny because that was the last thing. I just got my first pair of these last night. We'll go ahead and we'll take them. At least this thing's got the decency to show some variance. For the sake of my state of mind, there better not be another house drill shot in that stupid Sentinel City.
You've entered Desert Botanical Testing Station number 1.
I think we're coming out into a storm, so it may not be the best of situations. Oh, looks like it passed. Or we're just at the tail end of it. So, John, before he left, what me and him were talking about there, he is a UA viewer. UA. Jeez, what the hell am I talking about? From the UE. So he is tuning in incredibly late. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning for him. And I had mentioned that, you know what, I can't do it often. I work, a daily job, so Monday through Friday I'm getting up and going to work, then I come home and do this. But my weekends are relatively free. So I was talking to him about doing a very early stream, something that would be more conducive for his time. He's 5, 6, 7 hours, depending on where in the UE he would be. I know where he's at. I just don't want to tell everybody. I don't know if he wants to spread that. And he said it in the stream before, but yeah. So probably gonna do that this weekend. Gonna jump on a little earlier, find some things to do, and see what kind of trouble we can get in early in the morning. Now, I'll still do a normal Saturday night. Dude, what were you doing? Oh, there's 2 of them. You're just as dumb as your partner over there. But yeah, so we're gonna do like a Saturday morning stream, in addition to our normal one. Ooh, there's someone been here. Someone's been here and they didn't know about that chest right around the corner. Unfortunately, though, is this the real world? How did that not... Okay, whatever. Spit dart poison strikes again. So this person came through, and that's why these chests are all open. This has nothing to do with me, but unfortunately, they've got enough of a lead on us that the bad guys have respawned. It's kind of poopy that the bad guys respawn so quickly, but the chests don't. I got 1 bullet. It's for you. Now they dropped down. They were going to try to come back, but the poison got some. Oh man, that was a hard hit. And that ruined everything. What are you doing? do think a couple things I've been thinking about doing in the future. I think we might be putting Halleck's pick down for a little while. We might go off the rapier, go back to just a standard sword. Quirth's helmet. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take it this time. Just so you know. Ooh. Sniper. You ever notice the sniper and the drill shot people have incredible aim for bad guys? I'll be flying around like I do, especially on like an overland mission, like going to Broodworks or something like that. One of them suckers will tag me as I'm flying by. I'm like, dude, are you kidding? All that stuff in the market for new people. Yeah, that's a good idea. I've done that several times. Some people have gotten a little angry at some of the low prices, but I mean, come on, this is like level 1 stuff, you know what I mean? Well, it's not level 1 stuff, but this is some of the back tier things. Let's go over here. We're going to make a quick check to see if we got some quicksand ships. So this one's funny because, like, it's right in here. This is the line, so even though it's not dangerously close to the quicksand, because you can see a patch right there, it still counts for what we need. So let's see, that's 2 crashed ships from this server. Thank you. Hurt ourselves a little bit. We gotta go quick. Sorry, Shy. Sorry. I know you're going to be angry about me. I know you're going to be angry. But that's a perfect example of you're okay for, you know, a short time. What do we get out of that, by the way? It's a pair of gloves. Oh, we got Reaper gloves. Not really worth risking our lives, but it's what we do on the sands. Just so you know, I want to point this out too. Don't do the stuff I do because I'm dumb, but dying on a siege that's not your home world, not the best of things. Because if you try to respawn, you're going to respawn back in Haga Basin. And you're not going to respawn at your base. You're most likely going to respawn at like Griffin's Reach with no way of getting around. You may have to call in some help or catch a friend or something. Because like in that case, the Thopter would have gone with me, you know. I have my gun though, I could possibly reclaim it, I'm not sure. We're gonna actually take a short little jaunt over to Eriki. And we're gonna see what the market has to have. I have gotten quite a few of the schematics from the market. Don't get excited. It's Dr. Pepper Zero sugar. I wish it wasn't, but it is. Oh, that's so warm. But I've gotten quite a few schematics from the market, specifically the older things. I mean, I've seen stuff for 100 million that's like plastanium blueprints. I'm like, no, thank you. But excuse me, some of the older pieces, yes, and some of them clean or something. That's where you live. Oh, nice. I know what you're talking about. It's like Gulen or something like that. We'll look at it once we leave out of here. But this is the same Arakeen as it is for me. It's shared amongst the server, so even though I'm on a different siege, I'm on the same Arakeen. Hi, friend. And we'll come over here and we're going to take a look at a couple things. So we're going to go unique schematics. And the stuff we're looking for, I really don't think is going to be on here. Just because they're difficult to get. That's an older item. Kudos for somebody selling that. You know what? Let's support the cause. I don't need that, but that 10,000 might mean something. Oh, look. We're kind of putting that suit together as we speak. These prices have come down a lot, man. These things were ridiculously expensive when that content first dropped. So we need a shadow and Quirth. Okay. Boots. Awesome. Gauntlets. 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 A jacket. And Reaper gloves. Every single time I come here. It's never that everybody's selling all the other stuff. I mean, all I can do is sell house guns. And that what we got? Did we get Reaper gloves? Yeah, I think we did. We need a shadow hood. I don't think we're going to get that. Yeah, that's a highly prized item. And the last thing we would want... I need Tarl. Soft step boots, right? Yeah, I need Tarl, not Tabir. I have a bunch of these, actually. It's not bad. I'm not going to argue with people about the prices they're asking for stuff, but to be honest with you, I don't really know, besides the radiation dungeon, if there's a reason to get graded radiation suits. I did not do that dungeon enough to warrant it. Maybe, you know, maybe if I did, it would make way more sense. Nothing. Okay. Let's see if... Oh. Is anybody selling a house? Wait a minute. Before we go too far, I need an adept. Yeah, I need an adept pistol. One of the things I'm missing. Wow, why are there so many las guns on the market? Grade 5. No one ever sells earlier schematics. You know, the thing about it is you're going to need an influx of people. If you don't have new players coming in, most people aren't interested in it. Like me, I am, because I'm trying to clean this up. But you know what? Honestly, once I get everything, I don't know how often I would be willing to check this and or buy stuff. So it just kind of, you know, if you don't have new people or people sitting back saying, hey, I need to clear out the stuff like I'm doing. It's just, there's just no market. A lot of Alex picks. A field day. Yeah, that makes sense. Damn thing. It's also funny when I went through the list and actually wrote down what I needed, you know, typed it out, printed it out. I was looking at it. I was like, wait, I know I have one of these in one of my storage boxes. I ended up having 6 of the schematics I was missing in boxes. I'd gotten it and just didn't care or didn't notice at the time. That was kind of stupid of me. Now, I don't need a Regis Destructor pistol, do I? No. No, it's the Adept. Alright. I don't think there's anything else. Scorch Bolt? I'm just admiring the price that. Good lord. I guess seed is dropping somewhere, huh? Holy cow. There's something here. Shadra's something that I need. I don't think it's Shadra's drinker, is it? No, it's Shadra's edge. So unfortunately, that is, might be this lady. I don't know. Don't need those. Man, there's a lot of stuff. There's usually a good amount of things on this market. It's a very good active market. It's excessive though. Okay. Unique schematics. So I see this all the time. People are selling the Albatross wings 6. Somebody's selling a 5. No 4. Bit pricey. A lot of hummingbirds. Same thing here. I need the Knight Rider Mark III. When I could buy a 5 or a 6. Can't buy a 3. So I need this. One of the items I'm missing that I have not had the fortunate situation where it drops. This is a Plastanium schematic. Steady carrier boost module. I have the money, but I do not want to spend 90 million for that. First off, I don't know if I'm going to use it. And second, where does that come from? Hold on a second. It comes from, I don't know. I'm not sure where it comes from. I think Deep Desert Testing Stations will be dropping that. So I think there's a good chance of me potentially getting it in that way. I need a Storm Rider boost and a Storm Rider tread wheel. Not the steadies. And it's done. So, there you go. The rest of the stuff we don't need. So, I'm just going to put this up. I'm going to match the price the other guy has it for. I don't want to get into a pricing war with you, dude. That I actually need. Reaper gloves. That's high. Even though I almost risked my life to get those. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep those. I'm going to put them someplace special. So that I can always look back and remember the time I almost died to get a stupid pair of gloves. And this we actually need. And I don't think I need these, but I'm going to keep them anyway. So we got one thing up for sale. It's not bad. Like I said, here in Arakeen, you can learn schematics. So this Rattler Booster Mark IV, we're going to learn. And then we go here, we got the purple dot, hooray. And we're going to scroll down until we see it. And now we're at 57. So, hooray. We got one tonight. Where's everybody going? Hello? How do you know they're players? Because they're running for their lives. Everybody else just kind of meanders around, except for this guy. He's too cool. He just stands there, ominously. It's 152. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping to get at least 2, maybe 3 things. So it is kind of, I mean, I got 1 at least. I started the night with 20 things. Now I've got 19. So we are technically winning. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to hit the wrong button, which makes the cursor stop. We're going to go here. I'm going to exit. We're going to do one more siege hop and see if we can get something else. Gara Koloon. I think that's what you were talking about, right? 65 runs? Dude, no. No, we cannot do that. And I'll do this type of activity for a little while. Eventually it'll annoy me, and I'll be like, yeah, I don't care about it anymore. So we'll walk away from it. We'll go do other things. And then, you know, when I'm just bored and not sure what I want to do, I'll be like, oh, let me go see if I can get this. Luckily, it's not like this immediate thing where I'm like, I have to get everything. I need to be 100%. Because it's cool to get things done, like you say, with your completionist side. I'm right there with you. That's why we're doing what I'm doing. But it's bittersweet because it's really cool to do this stuff, but doing it makes it go away. And then it's kind of sad. Little concerned building there, especially with the quicksand right outside your front door. I mean, more power to you, dude. Who am I to judge? I think this is a no-go, so we'll... Okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth. If I do this, it's not hard. It's just time-consuming. It only takes a minute or 2. But if I come up here and I get another burst drill shot or house drill shot or whatever the stupid drill shot is that I keep getting, I'm gonna stop doing Sentinel City for a while. I'm not kidding. Like, oh my gosh. Nosedive there, huh? Are we done? That little squat down saved your life, man. How did that did not miss. That one missed. That was just garbage shot from me. Hit me with your flamethrower. Come on, turd. Where you at? I know I missed you. There you are. $65 pumps. It's nothing to laugh at. Alright, let's do this better. Ready? Shot you in the arm. Shot you in the arm too. Sentinel City being a little skimpy on the industrial pumps here, and Sietch I can't pronounce. Poison gonna get you. Alright, let's do this better than we did the last time. Wow, much. Oh! Yeah, we screwed it up. Now we're just gonna get shot at. But we recovered. I got scared. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, I got scared. Thought I was gonna hit the roof and ricochet down, so I bailed on it earlier. Well, I mean, it's the way of the desert, no, the way of the fighter. I'll take it, but at least it's not that stupid drill shot again, so. That was weird. I gotta get out of here. That's crazy. Whoa. Now I'm just getting irritated. Okay. It's actually almost at the 2-hour mark, but you know what? We're gonna do testing station 163 one more time. Only takes a couple minutes. Oh, that's pretty nice. Getting used to these tunnels. It could have been better, don't get me wrong. There's still room for improvement, but it's better than doing that, you know. Okay. Meep. You'd think that I would know where this is by now. Should be easy enough to locate, because if you look at the map, it's right here by the place I'm not going to say. And once you get close to these 3 pillars that are practically in the center, you'll start to get the icon there. You can see I'm pointing at it right now, where it's telling you that the testing station's there. So check performance issues. Hey, the microphone stayed on this whole time. I think we might have solved that, so yay, improvement. And the power has stayed on the whole time too, so what a banner day. It makes up for the single schematic that we've gotten, but I got some faith, because we still got one more here, and maybe we'll catch a ship down in Seoul. Different server, but there's still some more those beacons.
You've
None in
entered
here, though.
desert botanical testing.
Someone here. I see someone. Found them.
Shut up. We are going strictly for speed on this one. Oh. Again, I don't know if you guys can hear that as loud as I can, but... That's beneficial. I never really used that little short clip there, but hey. This is what it is, right?
Interloper. Identify yourself. Where's backup?
Oh, I missed. And now I'm getting stabbed and punched. I think I can blow through her shield, right? Oh my gosh, she's poisoning me. Oh my god. Who said that? Where'd you come from? Half the time melee fighting is this. It's where I get stuck in the corner or the view is so restricted. I need to get better at that. Poison, my stamina's running out.
Blasphemer! Pterodactyl!
Where is everybody?
Did you just say pterodactyl? Can I stab your friend, please? Oh my god, he's gonna get up. Oh, you piece of sh... Almost said bad words. No, it's another set of Maricap still suit boots. Alright, well, we got one last shot at glory here, folks. I mean, I guess getting at least one schematic that we needed makes it a win. I had higher hopes. But, even though it's not working as well as I would like it to, this still gives you much better chances, many more shots at it, than waiting for this to reset on your own siege. And you could pair this up with more activities, like, you know, if you want to, like I said, get the carbide scraps, diamondine dust. It's a good way to do it because the chests will reset much faster. If you go to vendors, like if you go see Zoe there, she doesn't reset. Thanks. So that you got to be careful with. Alright, this is the part where you do the radiation suit. Just in case. But let's see what we can find, if anything, here. Man, Dune Awakening says no. That was spice. Snuggie. Sitting here smelling the damn things this whole time. Wonder if this cat's gonna come running up here now. We're not that far over. Let's just do a quick sand run. I'm not gonna go to the testing station. Not gonna go to Sentinel City. Sentinel City can kiss my Kafesh. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Ah! Hi. Can I help you? Do you want a little bit of chicken nugget? Hmm? You dropped it. He's an animal. There's got to be something here, right? I've actually seen ships crashed in here, incredibly close to the entry points. I saw one over there the other day too. Had nothing in it, of course. Oh, spice bloom. But basically, this is the decent way to spend the night. Shooping around. Be as dangerous as you want it to be as silly as you want it to be. If you wanted to focus more, like I said, I could have probably, if I just wanted to do, say, Sentinel City, I could just go in and out from there and not do all this stuff. Same thing with that testing station. Could be going just in there quickly. Come on, baby. You could do it. Kitty. Are you serious? Dude, you open the box. How do you know how to open boxes? Stop that. You can't do this now. Look, I'm doing something scary and dangerous. Stop that. No, this isn't scary or dangerous. It's not in the quicksand at all. Alright. Skadoosh, skadoosh, and... Thank you. Now we got hosed. Hey, get down. Thank you. Oh, well. There's no shame in a valiant effort. But that, unfortunately, is going to be it for tonight. What we're going to do is we're just going to fly east-ish until we hit the border. We'll go back out. We're going to sietch hop one last time, but this time we're sietch hopping home. And that is going to be it for us. So, if you wanted to know how to sietch hop, hopefully you see how I do it. And ooh, look at that! Somebody's a big builder. Oh, they got a bridge. And they got railing. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, that's going to be it for us tonight. I'm going to head home, drop all this stuff off. We at least got one item. Not the best result, but you know, it is what it is. And hopefully we'll get better results out of keep doing this. Like I said, I'm going to do an early stream this weekend. It's honestly just for the European viewers. I do have quite a few, actually. But anybody, if you want to, you can tune in if you're not doing anything Saturday morning after the cartoons are off. Think I'm Eastern, so it's probably going to be like noonish for me, maybe 11 or 10, somewhere in that range. And then, of course, we'll still do our normal 6 o'clock stream, so that will not change. But, heading home. But yeah, so we're going to be back on Saturday doing more fun and exciting things. We keep crawling closer and closer and closer to the 1,000 mark. Can't wait for that. We're going to do a super big, long, extreme thing. Sorry I missed you tonight. Use my sand grill detail the lots of stuff. Got enough sand to make around 750 in one evening. Nicely done, dude. That is how you do it. You're doing PvE or PvP section. You know what? I want to talk about something here. While we're... no. I want to talk about something after we get up in the air. Because I was reading this earlier. And it makes me... a little sad. I was off the... I don't know who this person is, but we're going to make use of their roof for just a second. God, that'd be great if they're home. Yeah, that'll be fine. Look at this. This was on the Dune Awakening Reddit, which I read sometimes. But this person here has a screenshot of them getting shot down, and you can see they got multiple damage, and it says, "This is PvP, totally empty solo carrier, just scouting the fields, and told him I would F off, and told him I was empty." So this person says that they've been having fun and doing everything, and they went out with the carrier and the crawler, and they get instantly shot down, and somebody saved them. But here's what gets me. But, like, seriously, what do trolls like this get out of this kind of conflict, quote unquote? Trolls? Trolls. And if you look through here, the conversation eventually turns to griefers and all that. But I'm like, dude, you're in the... Okay. Funcom couldn't have made this any simpler. There is a PvE deep desert, and there's a PvP deep desert. If you don't want people to shoot at you, do not go to the PvP side. Just because you don't want to get shot at does not mean that you're not going to get shot at. And you explaining that your intentions were to not get shot at doesn't change anything. Like, and a person shooting you down in the PvP zone is not trolling. Got a storm coming in right behind me. Is it gonna miss me? That might. Yeah, I heard the music and I was like, got scared. That's not a troll. Yeah. Exactly. Don't go to the PvP section unless you expect to get attacked. I've been griefed in this game. I've had people throw thumpers down in the PvE zone. I've had people try to get between me and my carrier or the crawler when I'm trying to pick things up. There are scummy individuals, people that enjoy that kind of thing. But just you went into the PvP zone, and now you're upset that someone shot at you and they're a troll, and they're grieving. And it's like, well, I explained to him. I was just, what were you scouting for? Like, if you'd have come across something, would you have not just gone down and got it? I mean, like, what are you doing? I am sympathetic to people to a certain extent, but dude, I didn't comment on that one, but I think I will. Just be like, bro, you walked into that. And there were several people in there that were saying, like, dude, you walked into that. What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know, man. Some people are just way too sensitive. So my advice to you guys is, if you like, that 2.5 spice is a very alluring, and I've thought about going there myself, but it is just me. So what I planned on doing was, I was going to see if some of the people on my server who I know like to do PvP wanted to make half a Regis container to just supply some Overwatch, and we'll go out there, grab our spice, and go the hell home. But if I'm out there myself, I think I'm a pretty decent guy. I, don't interfere with people, and I would rather just play the game. But if I'm out in the PvP zone and I'm armed and I see a carrier, I'm throwing rockets. Even if they explain to me that they're empty and they were just scout, I don't care what you were doing. You're in the PvP zone. You clicked on that button. You came here. Don't get mad at me. And I'm not a violent person by nature, but if I'm out there, I remember all the times in Call of Duty where you'd be playing that, and you'd be doing like DMZ, and some guy would come, a car would come riding up or something like that, and you would get ready and start engaging them, and they'd be like, "Oh, we're friendly, we're friendly." I was like, "No, you're not. No, you're not. No one's friendly." Like, you needed to say that before it was hitting the fan. It's too late for that kind of sentiment now. But yeah, I wanted to highlight that. I just remembered that I had that sitting on there, because when I asked you, Odd, if you'd gone into the PvP or PvE side, I have been there for like races that we've done. I have not gone there to gather spice. My server's pretty active, and there's quite a few people out there that would like to go. I don't particularly like the PvP in this game. I think it's kind of janky. I've said that before, and it just broke my heart when they said that they had no intention of expanding on the vehicular aspect of fighting, that they were more focused on making it ground combat versus vehicles. I would really like to see like a big battle concept where like an aircraft coming in and rocket sopters, buggies with rockets, gun placements, and all sorts of craziness going on. But I think me and Funcom we're not even in the same stadium. It's not even the same sport as far as the difference between my thoughts and theirs. So it's not to be, but I'm still having fun and doing what I'm doing. Just don't go in the PvP zone unless you want to get shot at. And if you get shot at, it's your own damn fault. Either be incredibly fast and maneuverable or shoot back. But anyway, that's going to be it for us tonight. Like I said, I'm going to do an early stream on Saturday, and then we'll do our normal 6 o'clock one. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. So it's like up to in the 20s at one point. That's a lot of people, a lot of comment. Also, do you rate the Regis? Got it from a crash ship tonight. Oh, nice. I need that. I need that. Crash ship where? Oh, there's all sorts of fun on the stream, man. I gave Shy a couple heart attacks, probably. We'll clip those. Those might be worth. It might be short worthy. But we did have fun. Yeah. So, like I said, we're gonna stream on Saturday. and twice. And then we'll keep doing what we're doing. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really do appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share. Those things always help the channel as we continue to grow and do what we're doing. And screw Sony, you know. I'm sorry. If buying isn't owning. On that, as always, I'll see you out there. Take care, everybody.